Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
Hello, this is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International, bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. And this morning, I'd like to capture my thoughts with the words, vows as keys to your prison. Now, do you remember the story of Jonah in the belly of the whale? You know, when Jonah was in the belly of the whale, I was just wondering at the reaction of Jonah, and I was very intrigued by his reaction. And his reaction is just what we all do. The first thing was that he began to pray. Man, he's calling upon God. He's praying. He's asking God, please, please, don't let me die. Please, God, do something. Please, God. But in the course of his prayer, looking diligently at his prayer, he made something. He said, I will pay my vows. I will bring my sacrifice. Salvation is of the Lord. I will pay my vows. I will keep my promises. I will keep my promises and I'll offer my sacrifices, of course. I mean, Jonah cannot kill a cow in the belly of the whale. He says, and I will bring my sacrifice. I will pay my vows and I will bring my sacrifice. For me, these were the two things. And immediately he made that prayer. Immediately he said those things. The whale vomited him. Oh, wait a minute. I will pay my vows. I will keep the promises I have made. You know, sometimes we make promises to God, very flippant promises to God. And then we think that, oh yeah, well, when it gets better, forget it. And that's what we do. In the midst of our adversity, in the midst of our storms and all those things, we make promises to God. And some of those promises are so powerful promises. Sometimes we go to church and we make very powerful promises in church to God. You know, powerful promises to God in church. We'll do this, we'll do this. You know, God, if you give me this breakthrough, if you give me this contract, I'll do this. Immediately, the promises, immediately the dreams come true. Oh, Tilo. And most of the time, this is what goes on. Most of the time, this is what goes on. And you know, sometimes Jonah recognized that he had made vows to God that he had not kept. He had made promises that he had not kept. So he said, Lord, I remember, I've just walked through memory lane, and I remember that I've made vows. So he says, the vows I had made, the promises I had made, Lord, I will keep. Is it possible that sometimes we have been imprisoned by our own intransigence and by our own, acts of failure to keep our promises? Is it possible? I'm just asking a question. I'm not making a statement of fact. Is it possible that we made promises to God and when it got better, we forgot those promises? And right now we are in storms and we are in difficulties, sometimes because of those unkept promises. Because God says, listen, but let no man think that God is not a fool and he's not mocked. When God makes his promises, he keeps those promises. And when you, a mortal, make promises, you won't keep those promises. You want to fool God? Okay. Is it possible that you are in the prison in which you are right now? This situational prison in which you are right now. Not because of anything, but because of the promises you made that you have not kept. Unkept promises. Well, Jonah is offering us a key, and he said, I will keep my vows. I will honor my promises. I will honor the promises I made. I'll honor them. And when he made that statement, and he said, salvation is of the Lord. I'll bring my sacrifice. I'll add my worship. Because he's not going to kill cows in the belly of the whale. He said, I'll add my worship. But first, I will keep my promises. And then I'll add my worship. Salvation belongs to God. The whale spat him out. Maybe Jonah is offering you keys to your prison door. How to get out of a prison of adversity. Choices are always ours. See you later.